What's up everybody, Dr. McKay here and welcome back to my channel. Today is the continuation of my Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown with episode 11. In the last episode we made it through the sector doing everything we need to do with the Equinox. We ended up obviously destroying the Equinox and rescuing the crew, which unlocked a new hero, and obviously we left the Vardwar to sleep, and basically it was quite an easy sector, to be fair. Didn't really struggle. Obviously, we did have to engage in a couple Borg ships, which has resulted in, obviously, the next sector having to rescue awakened ex-Borg. And obviously, we have to rescue 200 and relocate them to freeing Borg cubes, which I have no idea how it's going to go down. Obviously, this sector, this star system is covered in nebula, but we do have 4 other sectors here, or systems, to explore, that with only one having a electromagnetic nebula, so we should be alright for resources, and our food supplies and stuff are good. So we're just gonna explore a little bit and try and see if we not get assimilated in today's episode. But if you enjoyed the content, feel free to hit that like button, don't forget to comment your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and feel free to come watch me live on Twitch, where you can hit that follow button to stay tuned when I go live and interact with me, so I'm not all alone in this adventure. Alright, we're just gonna go explore some planets a second. Alright, we got some deuterium. Let's go down. Let's hope we don't get any bad rolls today, shall we, guys? Because in the last episode, when we had that like 1% chance to fail, that was just not very nice. Don't need food. We are good with food for once. Alright, the phaser control room has been ready. I thought I'd make some phasers, because we're gonna need phasers. I'm pretty damn sure. Alright. I was also going to build a shield generator, but we do need some more bio-neuro gel packs, which just seems to take forever to do. I didn't check the thingy. We've detected a settlement on classroom, but the population appears to be Borg, but their technology is primitive and they are not connected to the collective. It seems a small group was stranded and have been adapted for years. They may have useful information and technology. Yeah, do that one. 5 ex-Borg join the crew. It was 70 out of 200, so, and I crafted some torpedoes. That is nice. Very nice. Let's go with that one. Don't be red, don't be red, don't be red. Yes, nice. Oh, I have terrible luck with them. I really do. Alright, phaser control room. Oh look, another Borg sphere drifts towards Voyager, weapons powered down. The bridge remains silent. The unusual assimilation threat absence, instead a plea for help refugees. 30 export. I'm running out of room, guys. I'm so running out of room. We're up to 100. I've got lots of Borg. I gotta like sort some shit out here. Otherwise I'm gonna be overwhelmed with Borg. And I don't exactly know how that goes down, so I do need some deuterium, not deuterium, some titanium. Captain, we've encountered several Borg. Don't need deuterium. I need duranium. That's what I need. Alright. One more to do. Let me just get rid of some... I need some work teams. Just give me some work teams back. Alright. Okay, let's go check this out. See what we're facing. Alright. 30 Borg. Oh, I have 30 Borg. Captain, we're closing in on a Borg vessel. We need to buy time for the Awakened on board to commandeer their vessel. Should we engage directly or create a diversion, or are we going convert? Well, I can't go convert. I don't think. Distract the Borg, emit unique signal, 70% chance. Distract the Borg, broadcast complex data, 60% chance. Distract the Borg's generate subspace anomaly at 60% chance, or initiate combat. Let's do distract the Borg. See if we can distract the Borg. Enduring, generate an uncatalogued complex energy signature. Give them something to think about. Success. They're focusing on the signature, Captain. Reading major internal power shifts. Weapons offline. Looks like Raylick's friends took the helm. Your distraction was flawless, Captain. I am transferring a complement of our people to secure the vessel. I'll remain on board Voyager. 30x Borg left Voyager. Consider the vessel your first Borg ally. 1 Borg sphere ally. Interesting. Now we have 30 Borg. Captain, we are closing on the Borg vessel. We need to buy time to awaken. It's going to be the same thing every time. Let's try to distract them again. Enduring, generate a catalog. Yeah, but it's a failure. Okay. Okay. No, asteroid field. Absolutely typical. Child's play. Captain, our scanners register extensive cultivated land masses indicating an agricultural focused population in the system. Trade would be beneficial. Oh wait. Oh, what a chance. So many new culinary delights. Our cargo base could certainly use a resupply of fresh provisions, Captain. Send an away team to establish trade. Indeed, prepare a small away team and contact local farmers and assess their willingness to trade. -1 shuttle. Talaxian. Let's go with, what should we level up? Well, we need to send the doctor regardless. I'll send the doctor and I'll send Harry as well. Alright, we've just landed. First things first, getting acquainted with the locals. What's our approach? Engage in conversation. Observe and analyze the locals. Let's go with engage and observe the locals there. The away team discreetly observes the farmers, noticing their peaceful custom and agricultural focus. They carefully analyze how the team allows the team to approach with appropriate cultural sensitivity, quickly earning the farmers' trust. They introduce themselves as Brunali and are eager to trade. The Brunali have made it clear that they are not invested in technology, but rather in agricultural tools, seeds or medicine. How should we present Voyager's offerings? Detail the various plant species and Voyager's cultivates. That gives us food. Have to do that one. Even though I don't need the food. The Brunali are captivated by the descriptions of Voyager's diverse plant species and cultivating techniques. They are eager to trade for new seeds and knowledge, inviting the away team for a guided tour of their farms, which the team thoroughly enjoys before returning to the shuttle. Okay, wait for the away team to return to Voyager. Alright, phaser control room is online. Get your Coty in there. Alright. Increase shield penetration of phasers by 15%. That's interesting. Can I upgrade that? I can. Let's do that. Let's get combat level 4. I feel like I'm going to need it. Alright, let's scan this star system. I need duranium. Okay, there's plenty of duranium. Oh, damn. There's lots of duranium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably fly this way while I take some hull damage. There's 30 Borg. Let's go with that one. Alright. Nice, 110. Emergency transmission, Captain. Our trading team has engaged a Borg cube. Coordinates attached. Analyze the coordinates. Useful information about the Borg cube. See if you can find any information on the Borg cube. Success. The cube coordinates have not changed in some time. It is possible that the away team has already managed to disable it. We must waste no time. Helm, Maximum Warp, let's hope they'll be willing to negotiate. Unlikely, Captain. I suggest we formulate an alternative method. Okay.
Can you...
Hello.
Can you get Q in that?
I haven't seen him yet.
Just one of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It seems that a Borg probe has been stranded in the debris field. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me, I should say. Scans indicate the Borg are aboard, but it seems they have been disconnected from the collective and are now confused and aggressive. Let's go down. Okay. Ooh, battle stations.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Alright.
Ability ready, Captain. 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 An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Alright.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the star. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability
Alright, just
ability
need to
ready, Captain.
Take down the ship.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Just spin around in circles. Alright. Okay, even though it's a bad outcome, he's still got some morale. Alright. Captain, we've reached our destination. Let's go in. Captain, the Borg cube has initiated combat. We are the Borg, prepared to be assimilated. Not today, we won't. Weapons ready. Let's disarm the cube. Oof. Alright, okie dokie.
What are your orders, Captain?
It's huge! Jesus Christ. Have you seen the size of this thing?
Yeah. I'll agree with that statement.
Like I said, my first Borg cube, right?
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Oh dear good God.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
I like how out of
Ability
range,
ready,
the
Captain.
thing is huge.
Ability ready, Captain.
Victory! Borg cube successfully disabled, Captain. That was way too easy. Something's off. Did we interrupt their coffee break or what? Let's see if they're willing to talk now. We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. We've damaged weaponry. Quite the threat. Quit the threat and release my crew. They just scanned our ship, Captain. We shall return your crew in exchange for your navigational deflector. Interesting. The cube's communication array is damaged. Our deflector would allow them to re-establish the link with the collective. No way. Without our deflector, we might as well just surrender to the Borg. We'll be dead in the water. Captain, the hostages. We mustn't provoke them. What if we offer to consider their terms, provided we get proof of life first? Borg cube. Before we commit to the trade, I demand proof of my crew's condition. Are they alive? Are they uninjured? Agreed. You shall send 2 representatives. Demand to send 3 for safety. 2 representatives is unacceptable. My crew's lives are paramount. We shall allow 3 representatives. Okay. We'll send the Ocampa. I don't have a Borg to send, unfortunately. Send 2 Vuk. And Balana. We're on the cube now. Something's happened here. There are dead drones everywhere. Should we evaluate them? Examine the corpses. Could do that. The Borg have no wounds and are still intact. If a fight didn't kill them, then what did? Before the team could examine more, 5 neonatal drones appear, seemingly the cube's sole remaining inhabitants. Confusion ripples through the team. Children? Who are these children? Why are they the only Borg left alive? And what happened here? It's the virus. Show authority and demand instruct drones to comply and report. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh no, had to be. The teenage drone introduced themselves as first, the leader alongside second, a quite and shy-looking boy, curiously observing the away team from afar. First claims the cube passed through a radioactive nebula, though his demeanor suggests it's merely an excuse. Impatient and aggressive, he insists on immediately escorting the team to the hostages. Captain, the children led us to the hostages. They're physically fine, but they seem to be mentally distressed. Don't roll a negative. There you go. Alright. Kes projects calm thoughts. Words. Kes projects calm through the crew's mind, easing panic with precise empathic control. Fear fades in their eyes as first pulls the team away and leads them towards the command center. The command center is a mess. These children seem to have no idea what to do. We could offer to help with repairs and security access the terminals for information. Say you need access to terminals to work on the repairs. Or offer to fix their machinery and secretly access the terminals. The Borg allow the team to assist them with the repairs. During the work, they secretly accessed the terminal and found an encrypted log showing that the collective ignores the cube's distress call. First is getting impatient and wants us to leave and hand over the deflector. If we can take one of the Borg corpses with us, maybe we can find out what really happened here. Well, I don't have Borg. What's that? Convince first you want to help so they are safe in the future. Well, that's 92. I don't have that. Throw around medical terms. That's the only thing I got there. Do that. Concerned, first allows the team to take a Borg corpse, but grows impatient. He warns them that he will assimilate the hostages if Voyager doesn't hand over the deflector soon. USS Voyager, your personnel departed with a deceased Borg unit for study as permitted. My patience is thinning. Transfer the deflector immediately when your analysis is complete, or we will simulate the hostages. Don't waste your time. Our team is being held by teenagers. Wonderful. Doctor, begin analyzing the Borg's cadaver right away. What took it down could be our advantage. And hurry, teenagers are notoriously unpredictable. Certainly. I should be able to sort that out for 10 turns. Need some geranium though. Alright. I don't need hydroponics bay for the moment. Cargo bay. Why?
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain.
I want to get away from these Borg. They're everywhere.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain. Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Remember our torpedoes.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroy. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, take a torpedo.
Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright. Great. Alright, let's set a course for this. Everything's damaged. Yay. Yeah, more crew got injured, just the way I like it. Alright. Alright, combat tier, level 4. Let's get some emergency force fields. I need, like, reduced shield bleed through is what I need. Right. Right, I need the science lab for Ball Corps first. Alright. Literally just that one to repair. Ooh yeah, right. Okay. Let's get some engineering officers on get some hull up because we are running low. One crew died. Really? You did that? Asshole. There's a chance of an ambush. No chance of ambush. Alright. Ooh, okay, right. Captain, I finished my evaluation. The Borg died from a disease specifically manufactured to target Borg anatomy. So someone is targeting the Borg, but how did it get on board the cube? It is possible to recreate this pathogen, Doctor. In theory, yes, but I failed to see the necessity. There are only children left on the cube. Children or not, Doctor, they remain a threat to our away team. We could utilize this pathogen to end the confrontation. No. What a preposterous idea. Don't create the pathogen, return to Borg cube. Doctor, the Doctor is right. We're talking about children. We can't find another way to get through to them. Captain, we've reached our destination. Continue. USS Voyager, you have procrastinated long enough. The navigational deflector and the examination data are now required. Comply, or the hostages will be assimilated. We're actually negotiating with teenagers. This is just fantastic. Captain, perhaps we could persuade these children to reconsider rather than resort to violence. There's always a diplomatic solution. Or we could show them Voyager is a better collective, one built on compassion, not brute force. Alternatively, we could present them with the truth from the encrypted log. The collective abandoned them and deemed them irrelevant. USS Voyager complied. Hand over the deflector without delay. Fine. First, from captain to captain. Okay. That's an 85%. Convince drones with encrypted logs knowledge. Convince drones by sharing your story. Well, that's... Let's go with the first one. There's 80% chance. Before we continue, you must know that the collective heard your distress call and chose to ignore it. But if you're willing, Voyager can offer you a place to belong. No, the collective is coming for us. Could it really be first? Has the collective just abandoned us? Send them the log encryption code. Verify authenticity. Just send the encryption code. Just go for that one. Here's the code for the encrypted logs on your terminal. The collective designed you as irrelevant because you're simply children. Let's face it. These logs are clearly manufactured by you to trick us. Well, it won't work. The collective is coming. Their tractor beam has locked onto the navigational deflector. They are attempted a forced removal. Breaches on 2 decks. We need to find a way to break free. Randomized shield harmonics. Failure. The Borg Cube has adapted its technique. We are unable to break free. You cannot stop us. The deflector will be ours one way or another. There is no need for violence first. Voyager is only trying to help us, right? Appeal to Second's gentle nature. Your desire for peace is clear, Second. We offer compassion, not coercion. Don't let First's anger dictate your choices. Success. I will deactivate the shield. Transport your crew when ready. You defy me. You validate the collective judgment of us all inefficient. I will prove that not all of us are a waste. First lunges towards the hostages, assimilation imminent, but Second intercepts. Their brutal fight sends First crashing into a crucial console. The impact is fatal, and in its wake, an ominous alert blares. The cube's self-destruct sequence initiated. Voyager, the ship is about to explode. Beam out hostages and children. Get a lock on everyone and transport them over. Away team and children safely on board, Captain. Helm, quick, get us out of the blast radius. As the Borg cube erupts in cataclysmic explosion, Voyager races clear. The starship evades the blast, its hull shaking. The away team and the rescued children safely on board. Janeway to Doctor, take care of our young guests. Remove the Borg implants. I shall see what I can do. Oof. Nothing broke? Nothing? We're all good? Right, we're all good. Alright. I do want another metic phasic shield room. Yeah. I just need 4 neurogel packs. Alright, do I have torpedoes being made? Because I'm gonna need them. Let's get some torpedoes. Alright, okay. What we short on? We could grab this deuterium as we head down. Something seems off on the bridge, except the comms request to find out. Oh, hang on. Ah. Wait a minute. Captain Janeway, I've successfully removed most of the children's implants. It was naturally flawless. No, now someone needs to retrieve these energetic tiny terrors. This is a medical facility, not a playground. Excellent. Thank you, Doctor. Captain, I wish to introduce Icheb, formerly Unit Designation 2nd. His assimilation profile contains his original name. Icheb, welcome. If I recall correctly, you were responsible for deactivating the cube's shield. My crew and I owe you a considerable debt. I did what felt logical at the moment. First, suppressed us for too long, yet his death, it weighs on me. I regret the outcome. Offer solace. Icheb, you made a difficult choice under extreme duress. You saved lives. First was too deeply entrenched in the collective programming. He had no other choice. Regardless, we are truly glad to have you on board. I hear you have a great interest in astrophysics. I have always desired to explore far beyond what the eye could perceive. Then you'll find purpose here. You'll be Assistant 7 in astrometrics. I don't have 7, but anyway, I believe you have remarkable potential. Egypt, welcome aboard. Alright. Just grab this deuterium and then I'll do the helm. Captain, my view screen. An unauthorized incoming signal is overriding us. Captain Janeway, we meet again. Still meddling, encouraging this malfunction. That's not a malfunction, it's freedom. Your sentimentality is predictable. You will cease this interference and return all corrupted units. And if I refuse, then your vessel and those you liberated will be corrected collectively. Gotta roll a cigarette. Nuts. Transwarp conduit opening off the port bow. Borg cube emerging. Yeah. Captain, we brought this upon you. A Borg cube is too powerful. We will return to the Queen. Your assistance has already liberated countless drones. Our sacrifice is a small price for the freedom of your escape. Joe, I liberated one ship, alright? Leave me alone. Alright. Choose, Janeway, quick. We are not patient today. I really want to fight. I really want to see if I can fight. I'm gonna disagree. Fuck you, Queen. Yeah. Yeah, I won't accept tyranny. Morale plus 600. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shit's going down, son. Run away! That's a Borg tactical cube. Oh dear. Ah, direct hit. The cube's firing, Captain. Shield's critical. You cannot prevail against a cube, Captain. Last chance, Janeway. And you said you weren't patient. We've committed to this rebellion, and we'll see it through. So be it. Another hit, Captain. Our shields won't last much longer. Rallic, alternatives. If my awakened could get on board the cube, we could disrupt its systems and create an opening. Jesus. Navigational deflector. Find a way through the shields to send a shuttle team. Disrupt shield matrix. 60% chance. Find a way through the shields to send a shuttle team. Analyze shield patterns. 60%. It's higher than 50. Calculate if a precise energy pulse could disrupt their shield matrix. It's a failure. Negative, Captain. Their shields are adapting too quickly. Did you imagine a different outcome, Captain? This rebellion was doomed from the start, as your Voyager is now. You, Janeway, have become a contagion, and the collective antidote is obliteration. This is tough. Oh. I am 7% weaker.
What are your orders, Captain?
What are my orders? Well, he is slightly weakened. Let's go for the weapon.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, 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 Captain. Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
I got this, guys.
Ability ready, Captain. 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 Enemy shield. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed. Ability ready, Captain.
Good thing I made those torpedoes.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready. Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, take that, cube.
Ability ready, Captain.
I think I win this fight. Victory. Woof. Took some damage. Harry Kim is injured, typical. Helm, get us away from here. Maximum warp. Have we at least neutralized the Queen? Sensors detect no direct command signature from the Queen. She must have been operating it remotely. From Unimatrix 01, undoubtedly. One day, this conflict will end. It has for now, Captain. That's more than what most can say after facing the Borg Queen. And this victory wouldn't have been possible without Rallic and his people. Thank you. It was the least we could offer in return for the safe haven you've given us. Now, more Awakened have a chance to rise up against the Collective. Okay. Okay. Invite Awakened Borg to stay, but there isn't enough room for everyone. 10 must leave. 25 must leave. Invite Borg to stay, but there isn't enough room for everyone. 75 must leave. Wish. Let's go with that one. Right, now that Voyager remains a sanctuary, if some of you choose to stay, we can accommodate everyone, but some could stay. 75 ex-Borg left Voyager. Your offer of sanctuary is deeply appreciated. For the remainder of our people, the liberated cube will become our new home. It is a new beginning. Know this, Captain. If you need us, we will come. -1 Borg sphere ally. Hey, I completed it. Well, that wasn't a bad sector, but I want to continue exploring for now. So I'm just going to stay here a minute. I want to fix my ship up. Repair life support and that on there. Oh, that's a lot of Borg cubes. What is that? Imposter shuttle. Like I says, no chance of ambush. Okay. It's a nice star system. Let's have a look at the last one. Oh crap. Press the wrong button. Alright. Alright. Let's go with that one. Alright. some science. All right. Let's go with that one. Allow 20 crew to go on shore leave. Oh, wow, I do have a lot of crew, so... Alright. Captain, a weak ball energy signature emanating from the surface of a Y-class planet. It tests plasma radiation and disruptive sensors. We can't get clear. Let's go have a look. Chance of an ambush. The Voyager approaches the planet's collective resources suddenly held by Project Ship. The newcomers introduce themselves as Anari and offer to trade with the crew. Right. The Voyager begins negotiations with the Inari. A suppressed frequency suddenly hails them. The call identifies as Kraylor, a species currently at war with the Inari. They request secrecy and urgent upon transporting vital medical supplies to the planet. Inform the Inari about the Kraylor's transport. I'm just gonna avoid interfering. Yeah. Alright. What do I need? Probably use some more geranium. Right. Okay. Ah. Upgrade the torpedo bay. What do I need to upgrade it? Ooh, I need some tritanium and some neural gel packs. I need 2 neural gel packs for that. Ooh, friendship 1. grab some titanium first. It literally just said no chance of Borg. Hey. Alright.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, 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 Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain. Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields just ability ready, Captain. Moving to defend the enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. The enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Moving to defend the aft, Captain.
Very nice. Always damages. Ooh. Alright. Let's go Friendship 1. 9 of 9 to Captain Janeway. Astrometrics has been notified of a Starfleet probe named Friendship 1. Interesting, the probe was launched almost 300 years ago to establish first contact. We, the people of Earth, greet you in the spirit of peace and humility as we venture out of our solar system. We hope to earn the trust of other worlds. We offer our knowledge freely, with the hope that one day we will stand on your soil and extend our hands in friendship. In 2067, before even Starfleet and the Prime Directive existed, the people of Earth launched a probe called Friendship 1 to reach out to other species to pave the way for all the manned missions that would follow. Packed with information, scientific and technological databases, the probe vanished 130 years ago. Based on the probe's last known coordinates, let me guess, we're in the neighborhood. Affirmative. The database containing a standing order from Starfleet Command is a high priority search and recovery mission for Friendship 1. Obey Starfleet orders and search for the probe. It will take us a little off course, but if the probe is still intact, we'll be retrieving a little piece of history. Morale plus 150. How do you intend to approach the search, Captain? Okay. Locate the probe via astrometric scanners. Let Harry run a system-wide sweep to locate the probe. That's a 65% chance. The other one's a 70% chance. Calculate probe location in the science lab, 6% chance. New scanner rate to locate probe. Let's do the first one, 70% chance. Try locating the probe in astrometrics. Success. Confirm, Captain. The probe is located on a nearby uninhabited Class M planet. Of all the dramatic possibilities, imagine we have found the probe at a galactic garage sale. Funny, Mr. Paris. Now, team, looks like we're going to see a part of Earth long before we were hoping to. Helm, set a course for the coordinates. Captain, I've completed my weekly efficiency analysis. Most of the crews satisfy Starfleet's norms, however, some do not. The usual suspects, huh? The three ensigns, Captain Belmont, Cacavel, and Duffley, are or as Mr. Paris calls them, the Three Stooges. 20th century gag comedy has its fans. Let's see that report, Lieutenant. Read the report in more detail. Right. Oh dear. Belmont perceives peer input as cognitively inferior, resulting in isolated work and dismissive conduct. A my way or the highway type. Duffley reports frequent unsubstantiated medical complaints, so a hypochondriac. And Concaval sensor analysis consistency falls below minimum. Blah, 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 blah. Words, Gray. Come on. And Concaval sensor analysis consistently falls below minimum proficiency of. Oh, she keeps guessing then. Tuvok, you've painted quite a picture here. What's your proposed solution? Just eject them from the airlock? If we were in the Alpha Quadrant, they would have been reassigned long ago. The only place I could reassign them is to an empty broom closet. Precisely. Terminate their active crew status is the most logical course. Their tasks are menial, their influence weak. I would rather not have to rely on any of them. Disagree, Tuvok. Yeah, you're illogical in that statement. Yeah, disagree, Tuvok. Everyone deserves a chance to improve. There are more than numbers in an equation. That isn't adding up. If an equation is not adding up, it is flawed. We could try to change the value inherent to these numbers. Belmont, Duffley, and Concaval have displayed no wish to change, Captain. They haven't displayed a wish to change because they've stopped believing in themselves. We need to reignite that belief. Self-belief is not an operational metric. Dedicating resources to reignite it, given their disinterest, is a logical asset allocation. No, order Tuvok to try and help the trio. I find your assessment devoid of nuance. Your detachment, while often an asset, is proving to be a liability in understanding the complexities of a living crew. They are not simply assets or variables to be realigned. Empathy is not a required component for operational efficiency. Perhaps it should be, Mr. Tuvok. Your efficiency report also states that the three have never been on an away mission. Belmont never volunteers, Concaval cannot pass the proficiency requirements, and Duffley always pretends to be sick. There's an intriguing nebula just within range. You'll be taking the shuttle with Ensign Belmont, Duffley, and Concaval. Consider it a mandatory team-building excursion. Curious, the exact scenario I wish to avoid has now entrapped me. Your taste for irony is quite human, Captain, yet you surprise me. In what way? I would have expected you yourself to try and lead these wayward chickens home. Ever heard the tale of a good shepherd? If one sheep strays into the wilderness, the shepherd left the flock and went after it. You'll be that shepherd, Tuvok, exactly because you are because of your preconceptions. I wish I could read better, guys. I'm so sorry. So they are not chickens, but sheep. Human bestial aphorisms. The unflappable Mr. Tuvok, now leading the difficult cases brigade. Don't worry, Lieutenant. I'm sure your patience will only be tested to its absolute breaking point. Okie dokie. Where is Friendship? Oh, Friendship Bomb's down there. Okay. Let's get some more tritanium. Alright. Okay, I've only got like 5 power left. And I can't upgrade the main engineering any further, can I? No, it's maximally upgraded. Hold on. A Vulcan and 3 ensigns walk into a ready room. Ensign Belmont, Duffley, and Concaval stand in the ready room, trying to look brave. It's a futile effort, as Tuvok's unblinking stare could make a rock sweat. He too is not looking forward to what is to come, but it is a direct order from the captain. Not one of you has flown inside a shuttle since the academy. Well, Lieutenant, the anxiety rush, I succumb to whatever. Ensign Duffley, the doctor confirms your rash is non-existent. Your attempt to avoid duty is noted. What I'm concerned about are the grim numbers, Commander. 1 in 2 away missions ends in fatal injuries. Those statistics are empirically false, Ensign, and we'll make them correct. Ensign Belmont, your tone is highly unprofessional. My tone, my scholarly portfolio is far above my station. Lieutenant, I really need to see the doctor. And this nebula, Lieutenant Tuvok. Perhaps we should reconsider with the captain. The away mission was the captain's idea. I think I'm going to throw up. Are you quite finished with your various objections and hypochondriac tendencies? I will take the helm. Concaval is operations. Duffley will be responsible for communications, and Belmont, you will oversee the engine. Any questions? When will we be back? We don't even know if we will return. Enough! Be in the shuttle bay in 1 hour. Tuvok to Captain Janeway. Given up already? I request an additional senior officer. Granted, for a moment I thought you were going to resign. Good luck out there. I will certainly need it. That's funny. Recommended traits. Romulan hologram, pilot, quick-witted. Alright, well Tuvok has to go, so... I want to say Harry and the Doctor. Also, Tom being a pilot. It gives me a chance to level up Harry and Tom, I suppose. Alright. Our shuttle has entered a multipolar labyrinth inside the nebula. Directions and pathways shift unpredictably. The ensigns are panicking. Analyze pattern and anomalies to find the correct path. Follow Ensign Belmont's idea. Punch through the anomalies with the shuttle's deflector dish. The plan works out through a series of coincidental events and sheer luck. Suddenly, the nebula is filled with overwhelming telepathic cries for help that seem to come from nowhere. The telepathic cries are intense. It is imperative that we maintain mental discipline to proceed if Ensign Duffley could stop hyperventilating. Tuvok meditates to cope with the overwhelming telepathic cries. He is able to focus and decipher fragmented messages. Someone or something from the core of the nebula is calling for help. Following the cries, the shuttle encounters a plasma barrier shielding the nebula's core. We need to navigate the shuttle through the plasma barrier. Let the pilot navigate through the barrier. Barrier? What's a barrier? Follow Ensign Caval's idea. Adjust deflector to emit counter frequencies to create a gap in the barrier. Let's go with that one. Ensign Caval's remembering a technical manual about phase energy fields suggests adjusting the deflector dish to emit a counter frequency, creating a temporary gap in the barrier. Suddenly, a jolt goes through the shuttle, and it moves on its own. It's being caught in a gravity well that is pulling the shuttle towards a collapsing star. If we don't break free, we are going to die. It's die with it. Options. It's got a higher chance, that one. That one would be critical. Follow Ensign Duffley again. Let's go with that. Ensign Duffley, in a flash of insight, suggests using the tractor beam to grab onto the gravity well itself and use it to pull to slingshot the shuttle away. The shuttle reaches the core of the nebula, which is filled with flying worm-like creatures that seem to be desperately filling themselves against the plasma barrier. These must be the telepathic creatures that cried for help. We need to make contact, but be careful not to hurt them with the shuttle. Clearly, I'm going with Tuvok here. Tuvok uses his telepathic abilities to calm the creatures while guiding the shuttle safely through the turbulent energy. He manages to decipher their pleas for help. They've been trapped for centuries and can't find a way out. The team promises to free them, but must return to Voyager first. The spatial distortions and energy fluctuations are intensifying. We need to get out of here. Combine crew efforts using the gain knowledge of the nebula's anomalies. Let's go with that one. The team combines their efforts and uses their knowledge of the nebula's anomalies to plot a safe course through the chaos. They safely return to Voyager. Very nice. The away team has returned, Captain. We've actually made it back in one piece. I'm still shaking. We're a living statistical anomaly. Achoo. I know it. The nebula was just crawling with pathogens. I'll be in the sickbay if you need me. Relax, you two. I wasn't worried for a second. The mission would have been a lot smoother if I had been alone at the helm. Yeah, right. Well. Looks like the Good Shepherd managed to bring his flock back without losing a single lamb. Or his composure. High praise, Lieutenant. Tuvok, it appears your team building evolved into something rather more complex. These telepathic entities in the nebula, what are their intentions? They claim they have been isolated for hundreds of years in the nebula's core due to the plasma barrier and spatial distortions. Our vessel is the first sign of life they've registered. So they want to escape, and presumably our help. Can we trust them, or are we opening a Pandora's box? I detected no malicious intent from the entities. However, the wider implications of their release on the quadrant remains an unknown variable. Brainstorm ideas on how to free the aliens. Don't risk anything. The alien creatures remain prisoners in the nebula. I'm going to brainstorm ideas. Assuming we commit to this, what are our options for liberating the entities? 3 primary methods exist for breaching the plasma barrier: the focused phaser beam, calibrated photon torpedoes, or a sustained emission from Voyager's deflector. Despite these options, an error could result in significant harm to the entities. We face a 40% chance of success. However, I would find it beneficial to ascertain the ensign's opinions before proceeding. Ensign Duffley's unconventional problem-solving provide critical in averting the collision with the collapsing star. Ensign Caval's resourceful application of theoretical knowledge was instrumental in breaching the plasma barrier. Your smile suggests amusement, Captain. I am unable to identify the humorous components of your current circumstances. Dare I say it, Lieutenant, have our inefficient ensigns found a soft spot in your heart? Their presence revealed unforeseen perspectives. It is illogical to consider all potential solutions, even for improbable sources. Well then, let these improbable sources have their say. Ensign Concable, what is your input on the current plan? Sir, you want my opinion? Well, back in the Nebula, we created a disruption in the barrier, but it was messy and uncontrolled. If we could do that again, the creatures would just pour out like a giant avalanche. But if we modify the deflector, we could create a controlled opening instead. A narrow exit. Instead, a narrow exit where they would leave in a continuous controlled stream. Well, I don't have that, so thank you, Ensign Concable. We'll keep that in mind. Ask Ensign Duffley if he has additional plans. Ensign Duffley, what is your input on the current plan? Me, Lieutenant, I'm feeling a distinct tingling in my extremities, possibly indication of neural inflammation, which could compromise my logical reasoning. Ensign. Alright, well, how do we ensure the creatures follow us once they're out? What's to stop them from scattering and getting lost or even being killed in the energy surges? My thought is we could use the tractor beam to create a gentle pull, a kind of funnel that draws them out with us. Both of them have a 100% chance. Let's do that one. Good thinking, Ensign. Let's incorporate that. Alright, I believe we have a plan. Let's get to work freeing the creatures from the nebula. Alright, Voyager glides towards the nebula, a peaceful and innocent spectacle of light and colour. Yet, its beauty is a deception, a silent shroud over the danger within and the desperate cries of the creatures trapped at its core. It is time for a rescue. Heading into the nebula now, Captain. Detected energy spikes on all fronts. Took a hit. Minor hull damage. Voyager is too big. We're a massive target for these energy surges. 75% chance. Trust in Tom's ace pilot skills to navigate through the energy surges. Mr. Paris, your time to shine. Get us through in one piece. That's an order. Success. With pleasure, Captain. This is what I was born to do. Woo! What a trip. We're through and not a single scratch, Captain. Captain Proton saves the day once more. Captain, the plasma barrier is in visible range. Optimal breach point. Delta 9, grid 4, vector 7. I'm detecting minimal energy fluctuations in this area. Just ram Voyager into the breach. Okay. So we have literally a 60% chance on all of it. So let's go navigational factor. Alright, let's breach the barrier. Success. Initiate penetration sequence. AO. Adjust to the barrier's frequency. It is shifting, attempting to compensate. Fire. Highly precarious. We've achieved a controlled breach, but the barrier exhibits alarming instability, threatening uncontrollable fractures in several areas. The creatures are aware of it. Their thoughts are flooding my mind, Captain. Tell them they're getting out of there. The creatures start passing through the opening nice and slow. Time to activate our herding strategy and guide them out to safety. Use a tractor beam to gently pull the creatures out of the nebula. 60% chance. Target them with the tractor beam, Ensign. Let's pull them out of there. It's a success. It's working, Captain. All of them are heading for freedom. Good. Then let's get out of here. We're clear of the nebula, Captain, together with thousands of our little friends. Ha! Look at them go! Happily swirling around. What are those crystalline particles they're shredding? Hopefully nothing pollen-like. I'm allergic. The entities are expressing profound appreciation, Ensign, and these particles are a deliberate gesture, a gift. Incredible. My scans are off the charts. These particles, they're subspace reactive. They could be incredible for increasing our warp efficiency. Omega power unlocked. Okay. Now that's a proper goodbye present. Omega power unlocked in the engineering tech tree. Ooh, Omega power. Ooh. Now that peace has returned, Tuvok, your assignment. I know you found my team building methods unconventional, but I'm interested in your findings. As I indicated prior, the unique circumstances of the away mission revealed an unexpected potential. Furthermore, this potential directly enhanced the tactical plan of our rescue mission, and ultimately culminated in a successful execution, directly aiding our efforts. That is my assessment. While your team building methods were illogical, Captain, I cannot deny they had a purpose. The ensign's decisive involvement in rescuing the Nebula creatures underlines it. So I take it we don't have to eject the ensigns from the airlock. No, my assessment of them was flawed. I failed to consider their need for guidance for a shepherd. In this, I realize I am no different. Empathy, while not a strictly logical component, has proven to be an essential one for a leader. You have been my shepherd in this, Captain. Thank you. You're welcome, Tuvok. Then you certainly won't want to miss the opportunity to say a few words to your flock. Janeway, Tennyson, Duffley, Concaval, and Belmont. Lieutenant Tuvok wanted to say something to the three of you. The shepherd and his flock. The three ensigns stand before Tuvok and Janeway once more. The mission changed them. Gone is the nerves, energy, and dread. In its place is a quiet confidence. They have all been tested, and their posture says it all. They are ready. I actually feel quite positive. Or is it the doctor's sedative speaking? The assessment. The performance report was incomplete. The assessment. Abilities were judged prematurely. A good leader acts with empathy. Ensign, I can concede that I dismissed you prematurely. A good leader, I now understand, acts not only with logic, but also with empathy. Blah, blah, blah. A leader must provide guidance, not just observation. Your ingenuity and courage did not escape my notice. This experience taught me the importance of a leader, and of guidance, or guiding, rather than merely observing. Encourage them to master their shortcomings. You now have the data of your own shortcomings. It is responsibility to overcome them, to master your fear, and to sharpen your ingenuity. I'm blushing, Lieutenant. Thank you. I have learned to trust my own ingenuity, and I will not hesitate to use it again. And Lieutenant Tuvok, you're not as menacing as everyone says you are. I will make sure to remember that, Ensign. I still cannot believe we were a part of this. Wait, I'm not feeling sick. Maybe I should check with the doctor. This could be a new illness. Morale plus 100. It's clear that we are stronger as a unit. A truth I failed to appreciate before. Morale plus 100. I think our work here is done, Tuvok. Helm, we return to our old course. Very nice. Alright, okay, so let's go get some deuterium. Right. And go do this next mission. Engineering level 4. Alright. Where is the mega particles? A mega power. Increase warp flight speed between solar systems by 10%. That's interesting. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to work out what to upgrade. Let's go with that one. Alright. So I'm literally like maxed out on stuff, aren't I? Oh, last side mission. Captain, we've reached our destination. We aren't in orbit, Captain. Wait a minute. There are signs of a civilization down there. Buildings, roadways, but the antimatter radiation is off the charts. 6,000 isorems. There's no way life could exist down there. Antimatter. That civilization must have destroyed itself, much like our ancestors nearly did. Prepare an anti-radiation vaccine before sending down the away team. Send down the away team. Anti-radiation vaccination. Or vaccine. Janeway the Doctor. An away team will take a closer look at the planet. Make sure they're vaccinated against radiation beforehand. I must voice my disapproval, Captain. No Earth relic justifies such a risk. 6,000 isorems is a catastrophic level. Even with a vaccine, the potential for cellular damage. As much as I like to agree with you, Doctor, I have my orders. It's as if my professional opinion doesn't matter. A saboteur? And who is a saboteur? I do not have a saboteur. I have a Borg. Hey, I have a chip. We have Borg again. Alright, Well, I really don't want to mess this up. I'm going to send Tuvok. And I'm going to send her. And where's B'Elanna? B'Elanna's there. I'm going to send B'Elanna too. Okay. Alright, we're on the surface now. Anti-radiation vaccine is holding up. It's quite chaotic down here. Lots of debris. It's like a bomb went off. Look for interesting clues. Failure. The away team searches the area but finds nothing of interest that could shed light on the incident. We're getting an antimatter signature 90 meters this way. Missile silos. Conduct general search of the missile silos. Let's go with that one. The warheads are still active. A handful of them would be enough to cause a nuclear winter. Interestingly, none of them seem to be missing, which was not a single one fired. Wait, we're getting a strange signal from behind the silo, a cave, but there's more, a laboratory. Examine the laboratory equipment and technologies. Analyze the purpose of the laboratory. And examine the cave. Well, if I go that one and that one. All signs point to a lab being used to study some piece of technology, and indeed, the team finds a fragment of Friendship 1, but where is the rest of the probe? The team wants to continue the search when suddenly, connection lost. Alright. What happened? Can we reconnect with the team? I'm trying, Captain, but no response. The communications channels are open, but there is no one on the other end. Though I am receiving their life signs, they're highly dispersed and unlocatable within any accuracy. A transporter lock is impossible. Captain, we are being hailed from the surface. An unfamiliar signature. Perhaps the team found another way to contact us on screen. Who is this? Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Who am I speaking to? Verin, your crewmen are my prisoners. Why? We haven't done anything to harm you. You committed genocide. I think there's been a misunderstanding. We've arrived here. You're from Earth. You're going to pay for what your people did to us. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you want? I want you to get us off this planet. Find us a new home. A home where we can breathe. Or I will kill your crewmen. Don't risk anything. Find him a new planet. Don't risk anything. Find a new planet and show goodwill by sending food resources. Optional. Ask Varen why he thinks Voyager is responsible for the fate of his planet. It's an 85% chance. Why do you hold us responsible for the fate of your planet? We've only just arrived. Your people sent the probe, didn't they? The Friendship 1, as you called it, a prelude to your conquest. Our ancestors sent that probe 300 years ago as a message of peace to make contact with other species. It carried no hostile intent. Peace, it brought us obliteration. It was your technology, your gift of antimatter, that destroyed our world. Try to get more information out of him. Friendship 1 offered scientific data, a potential for advancement, not destruction. We built our power grid based on your data. The containment failed. Once the antimatter was released, it destroyed everything. How are we directly responsible for a contaminant failure in your power grid? Before your probe, my people never conceived of anything like antimatter. We offered our knowledge freely with the hope that one day we will stand on your soil and extend our hands in friendship, remember? You offered us the means of our destruction, then waited for us to obliterate ourselves. That's absurd. Why would we intentionally destroy a world we intend to conquer? Because it's far easier than invasion. I am a survivor. I believe what I see. Today I saw your people standing on our irradiated soil, immune to the radiation, just as our ancestors promised. If you were in my position, would you believe? What would you believe? Try to convince Vern that Voyager's crew is innocent of what he accuses them of. Ask about the probe. My team discovered remnants of the Friendship 1 probe in your lab. It appears someone was attempting to decipher its technology. Decipher it. Do you think we are that stupid? We already did. Now we are trying to undo the damage you caused, to find a way to neutralize the radiation. Your soldiers interrupted that valid work. Their lives hinge on your compliance now. Ask about the untouched missile silos. My team saw missiles on the surface. Was the destruction caused by war? Ha! Playing dumb, huh? Caused by war. A war waged by the unseen hand, perhaps. A war where the enemy delivers the fatal blow from light years away. Those missiles were built for our defense. They were never launched. Try to convince him. The probe you speak of was sent 3 centuries ago by our ancestors. We are Starfleet explorers from a different era. My crew is trying to help, not invade. Do what I ask. and we can find a way to resolve this peacefully. Until then, your crew will remain with us. He's cut the connection, Captain. He isn't bluffing, Captain. He strikes me as a man who kills just to prove a point. I want every scanner and sensor looking for a suitable planet. Find a new planet. Scan an L-class planet. Are we doing it here or in another system? We're doing it here. Okay, so scan an L-class planet. E. Y. A Y. 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 A D. No. A J. Ooh, getting closer. So not in this star system. D. An O. Scan. A G. An M. A Y. A P. A P. A D. A P, D, D. A P again. An M-class planet. An L-class planet. There we go. The last scanned class M planet appears to be habitable, Captain, at least in theory. But in practice, the planet's flora is a biological threat. It secretes toxic spores and bacteria that would prove fatal to Viren's people in their weakened state. Is that our only bargaining chip? Captain, I hope you don't mind, but I've been doing some independent research on the planet's data. Oh? Teacher's pet? Go on, Ensign. A two-part solution could work. First, a personalized biofilter system in the form of masks to neutralize the indigenous spores and bacteria protecting individuals. Second, we could deploy localized force fields to create habitable safe zones, creating protected communities. This plan sounds like it addresses the symptoms, not the cause. It's not a permanent solution. Their immune systems will eventually adapt to the habitat, Captain. It's a slow process, but within a few generations, they should thrive. I agree with your theory, Ensign, but Viren's patience is thin. Do we have any other alternatives? We do. You sound confident. Confidence is irrelevant. What if we could use our torpedoes? Sounds reasonable. We just blow up the Viren and the hostages. The antimatter radiation in their atmosphere, if we can annihilate it, their people would be able to stay and restore their planet, rather than be forced to leave. A modified photon burst could be designed to annihilate the radiation. The procedure would require a substantial number of modified torpedoes, but it would render the atmosphere safe. Orbital bombardment isn't standard diplomacy procedure. Are you certain it will work? I am confident it will work, as long as our torpedoes' launch bay is sufficient enough. So, it's either mass migration or a Hail Mary attempt. Given Viren's predisposition, I'd say the odds are against us. He should decide. Okay. Alright, 6 cycles. And how long for the torpedo bay? 9 cycles. Okay. No chance of an ambush. Let's just go over here. Right. One cycle. Okay, Captain, we've reached our destination. Here we go, last hurrah. Speak, have you found us a new planet? Yes, the planet we've located can sustain you, but its atmosphere contains a toxic biological agent. However, we could engineer countermeasures for your people's protection. Our agreement was not a planet where we'd be at the mercy of your Earth's technology. That's why we have a second solution, a permanent solution. We can modify our photon torpedoes to neutralize the atmospheric radiation with a precision burst. And I can neutralize your crew with a precision burst. All of your Federation flair and Starfleet sass, and that's all you've come up with. Convince Varen that the photon torpedo plan is the best solution. Our torpedoes are not an act of war, but a tool for reclamation. We can use a single precise action to eradicate the radiation so your people get their home back, free of us and any long-term debt. Very well. But I am warning you, any foul play and your crewmen are dead. Craft torpedoes in the workshop. 15. Right, okay. Let's go get some deuterium before we run out, shall we? There's a chance of an ambush there. I don't really want to get in an ambush just yet. Chance of an ambush. No chance. Let's go over here. Alright. And there's still. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. An enemy is surrendered, Captain. Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Alright. Alright. Right, okay. Oh, I'm out of food, am I? How am I out of food? Probably because I have a shit ton of crew, that's why. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. 30 turns for each up. Alright, 5 turns. Okay. Typical.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain. Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright. Okay. Two turns remaining. Captain, we have reached our destination. Orders continue. Well then, let's bombard the planet. I never thought I'd hear a Starfleet captain say those words. Consider it scratches off your and my own bucket list. Janeway to Varun, our preparations are complete. For the sake of my people and your crewmen, this plan better work. Stand by, Varun. Torpedoes armed and ready, Captain. It's a 85% chance. Let's do it. Fire the sequence. Success. Torpedo sequence being fired, Captain. Well, the radiation is dissipating at an accelerated rate. Mr. Vryn, can you hear me? For a moment I thought I wouldn't hear anything ever again. Look at the sky, Vryn. This can't be. I never thought I'd see blue skies again. Your crewmen are free to leave. The away team is back on board safe and sound, Captain. Thank you, Ensign. Well, Mr. Vryn, are your people prepared for a new beginning? We'll see what can be done with this pile of ashes. Okay, wish them well. Well then, we wish you good fortune and a future calmer than your past. Farewell, Mr. Vryn. Friendship won may be lost, but its legacy is not. We're carrying back his story, a warning that Starfleet must never forget. Helm, we'll return to our old course. Alright. Let's do this one then. As we wait for Ichep and that to come back. Still haven't got a small battery compartment. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to do some power stuff, I think. Alright, we've gathered resources in an asteroid field. Scans discover hundreds of Talaxian life signs in the area. They do not respond to Voyager's hail. Go looking for them. They might need assistance. Voyager makes a find. A Talaxian colony has settled on one of the asteroids, but before contact, a battered Talaxian freighter blocks their way. We won't give up our home. Leave already. They charge their weapon systems, but it's more bark than bite. A fight would be one-sided. Let's go with let Neelix appease them. Voyager, Talaxians are friends. The Talaxians are persuaded and seem to relax a little. They tell Voyager that a mining organization has been harassing them. It claims to own the asteroid field and that the Talaxians must leave. Speak of the devil. Suddenly, one of these mining ships show up and demand a decision. Help the Talaxians defend themselves by building a shield generator. Uranium-50, Bioneural Jetpacks 2. Oh, I could do that one. Let's go with that one. Right. 800 morale. Nice. Voyager creates a strong shield around the entire asteroid. The barrier protects the Talaxians from all outside threats, and the miners angrily retreat. In gratitude, the Talaxians share a few of their cooking secrets with Voyager on how to feed more mouths with less food. Important when you just found a new colony. Was that it, yeah? Okay. Alright, let's stock up on some more deuterium. Alright. Normal food rations. Yeah, let's get some deuterium while we wait these 16 turns. So I'd rather go into the next sector, guys, with Icheb, as he does have the anti-Borg torpedo. So that would be so nice. So let's just stock up on some deuterium here. and then we'll head out. Alright, 7 turns, guys, before we can get the hell out of this system, or this sector. Chance for an ambush. No chance, but probably is a chance. Alright. 1 and 2. Thank you for your trust, Captain. I won't disappoint you. Each ship plus 1000 XP and Harry plus 500 XP. Let's have a quick look at our heroes, shall we? I am missing a few heroes. Alright, well, each ship is now level 4, which is decent. Yeah. And Harry is now level... Where's Harry? Level 8. Well, there we go, guys. That is going to be it for this sector. We've done everything in this sector we possibly can, so let's move on to the next. Sector 12. Resistance is not futile. Defeat
Personal
equal
log,
cube.
Lieutenant Tuvok. A sensor sweep of this sector has detected a possible wormhole. Further analysis pinpointed its location within a nearby nebula. The crew exhibits heightened anticipation and hope, despite the current absence of empirical data confirming its classification as a wormhole or its terminal coordinates. While in earlier years I would have categorized such a reaction as illogical, I now understand the presence of hope, even if not strictly logical, is a natural emotional response. During the senior staff briefing, the captain posed the question, what if this truly is a wormhole leading to the Alpha Quadrant? My initial assessment categorizes what-if scenarios as inefficient, hypothetical exercises. However, Captain encouraged further contemplation. Professionally, my primary directive would be the submission of a complete, coherent data protocol to Starfleet Command, alongside aiding Captain Janeway in advocating for the former Maquis and Borg crew members during their Federation review. Personally, the reestablishment of my roles as husband and father after 7 years of separation would necessitate a rational and patient approach to reintegration. Should our journey now conclude, I would not categorize it as time ill spent. My personal development, both intellectual and experiential, has been considerable, and my analysis indicates I appear to have lost my train of thought. A momentary lapse. I must address this anomaly. The captain has ordered a course to investigate the nebula.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. A sensor sweep just detected a possible wormhole in a nearby nebula. Yeah, you heard that right. A potential ticket home. The crew is practically bubbling over it, though our esteemed chief of security, the old stickler, is of course muttering about absence of empirical data and no terminal coordinates, but even he's got a flicker of hope. What if this truly is a wormhole leading to the Alpha Quadrant? After 7 years on this roller coaster, I started making peace with the idea that this whole journey would take a few more decades. And if all this really ended tomorrow, first item on the agenda, my parole review. I would need to remind the captain to put in a good word for me. She promised. But seriously, I think it would be the inevitable showdown with my old man. I'd even be happy to see him. I actually have hope. Real hope that we can finally turn things around. I mean, how many Starfleet admirals can boast a son who's a tragically lost ace pilot hero and future best-selling holo novel author? After that, I'm thinking of officially rejoining Starfleet. My vision? Starfleet Star Pilot, testing the newest models, breaking the Warp 10 barrier. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? It's not like I'd turn into a lizard or something. Then, a proper victory tour. Tell all the cadets about our adventure in the Delta Quadrant. Sign some autographs, and a mandatory stop at Chez Sandrine, maybe with the Delaney sisters. It's been quite a ride to get to this point. And honestly, without a shred of irony, it's been the best thing ever happened to me. I sometimes wonder about the version of Tom Paris that would exist if I'd said no to Captain Janeway back then. Probably just a loser and a drunk. Probably. Anyway, we're on course to investigate the nebula. Wish us luck.
Alright. Well, guys, that is the end of episode 11. We are now in the end game, the last sector, and we all know, if you've watched the shows, what is to come. But if you haven't, I won't spoil it just yet. We'll have to stay tuned to see how things unfold with this nebula wormhole. With that said, though, I have been your host, Dr. McKay. This has been a hell of a stream today, 2 hours and 60 minutes. We have basically beefed the ship up to the max with weapons and stuff, and each is our Borg with a anti-Borg photon torpedo, which is actually going to come in handy in this next episode. But before we get into the next episode, we're going to end today's stream so we can have a new episode tomorrow. But if you like the content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you have enjoyed this episodic playthrough of Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, feel free to hit that follow button on Twitch to follow me live. I have been your host, Dr. McKay. Thank you all for watching. Live long and prosper, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Cheers and goodbye, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!